we have three excellent speakers from Hello Monday. We have Jacob, who is the partner and creative director of Hello Monday, Marcus, an art director, and Sebastian, also an art director, who will be speaking to us about the ideology behind building an agency like Hello Monday. They'll be asking us, is it really possible to build an agency where you have fun or want to come to work every Monday morning, and where you create a playground rather than a production factory? Please give a hand for Hello Monday.
All the way up.
Hello, everybody. We are Hello Monday. And first of all, thank you for inviting us to the awards team. It's an amazing awards site. It inspires us all on a daily basis. And now it just gets even more amazing from having a conference like this where we can all get physical, get together. So thank you for that. Really short, we're going to have, I counted 270 slides, so it's going to be a long road together. So we hope you're up for the ride. So first, really super short introductions of us. We pretty much already gave them, but you can get them again. Then we're going to go into something we call like love and passionate relations. We try to frame everything around love because we actually think it's a really nice theme. So it's about the agency philosophy, how we work, how we like to work, and stuff like that. Then we go into a section we call love stories. That's the stories of some of our client relations, how they came about, and what we did to accommodate these, or to get them to love us and to give them some love back. And then in the end, we hope we can get physical by saying hi to all of you guys and drink some beers at the event afterwards. So really short introduction. I'm Jacob, creative director and one of the partners at the company. You're standing in the wrong order.
You heard that. I'm Sebastian Graham, and I'm art director at Hello Monday, and I've been working at Hello Monday, forever, I guess.
And I'm the tall guy with the curly hair. I'm Marcus Fuchs. I'm also an art director and been working at Hello Monday for about 3 years now.
So I was asked to come here, and I'm just I just thought I'd take some of the people that actually are contributing, doing the work, and I'm working with some of these amazing people like Marcus and Sebastian, some of the best people I've ever worked with, and I'm very fortunate to do that. So I brought them on the stage to help tell me some of the stories of the clients. So just super short fact sheet, you could call it, about Hello Monday. Now we want to do what JB did, like the big numbers. We're doing that next time, but this is a bit boring. It's like the slideshow format. So we are around 36 employees. We have 3 offices, one in Aarhus, where everything started. It's the second largest city in Denmark. One in Copenhagen, where Marcus and I are sitting on a daily basis. Sebastian is in Aarhus. And we have a New York office. So we are dividing, people are divided almost equally, like 12 people in each place. And we work together as one big agency. So it's not like there's Copenhagen assignments and New York assignments. It's all the assignments we put together, the team that makes sense across the different offices. It requires a lot of hangouts and Google Docs and all that stuff, but that's just a part of our business. We're independently owned, so we can do whatever we want. We can trash the place if we want to. We haven't done that yet. Maybe some of the parties, but and we're working for we're super fortunate to work with some really amazing brands and organizations, and are always trying to find better and more, client relations and better clients to work with. So a little peek into the agency, some of the you can call agency culture. These are from some of our offices. We try not to take ourselves and work in general too serious. We are really serious about work, but in order to create this kind of playground, you also have to play around a little bit. And we really like to eat food. From Danish culture, we have like a lunch culture. So every office has a lunch where everybody eats together every day. It's not, maybe it's common here as well. It's not in the US, for example. So that's like the big thing. What's for lunch? And we also get together and something we call food assemblies once a month to to create food together one night and do projects that's not client related. So it could be decorating the office or playing around with a new technology, something like that. So we are always, there's always some kind of food involved when we meet. Also when we travel, because we have a lot of clients out in the world, and because of the 3 destinations, we like to get together physically as much as the budgets allow. So we travel all over the world, try to have fun while we are working and just enjoying the ride, basically. So we call this talk, You Had Me at Hello. I don't know if you know the reference. Would have brought the video, but it gets a little long, actually. But it's from Jerry Maguire, the best movie ever. It's a decent chick flick, I would say. But and there's this scene where he gets back to her, like Tom Cruise gets back to Renée Zellweger and like tells her how much he loves her, and it just occurs to him that he needs to go for what he loves. And this whole scene, this whole expression, "You had me at hello," we really early on, maybe when we figured out the name of the company, we had this phrase. This just stuck to us. So we actually have an email address. You can mail us at youhadme@hellomonday.com and stuff like that. So we have used it as a tag for our Instagrams and stuff like that. But so as I said, we really liked the theme of love that the team put together. So why do we believe in love? Well, the obvious answer, and some of the answers that you're probably going to hear today or heard already today and tomorrow, is that we all hopefully love what we do. I now see it more nuanced thanks to Stephanie's and JB's talks, but in general, I think we can say that we love what we do. If we dig a little bit deeper than just loving what you do and coming to work every day, we believe that love is about relations, passionate relations to something you love to do, to people you love to do it with. So the metaphor we'd like to introduce is that the agency should be built around these passionate relations. So if love is about passionate relations, and passionate relations is what we think it's what drives an agency as well. Funny part is that this is actually almost the same, maybe in another line as the good, the bad, and the ugly image that you guys have, and that just tells us that maybe we're onto something. So we really, really, truly believe in that in order to do great work, put great work in the world, we need this karmic triangle of relations to actually exist. So if you take one part out of the equation, if the client's not happy, if the users can't find out, if we are not find out how to use up the stuff that we build, if the creatives are just being beat down by the client or whatever, then if one part of this triangle or more parts doesn't work, it doesn't really work. So what we are aiming to is to get this the karmic relations between these 3 to come together. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the 3 different roles that these guys have in the karmic triangle. So love among the creatives. So we are really, our agency started in 2006, and we're just getting more and more. It's getting more and more obvious to us which kind of people we are looking for. Not specific people, but people that have certain qualities. We believe that people that we employ should be talented and passionate. And I think that those sometimes they come together, actually. If you're really talented, you're also really passionate. You have to be passionate about what you do. You also have to have some kind of talent, or maybe you have to have a lot of practice before you come to us. So talent can also be, if you have a little bit of talent and you practiced a lot, maybe you can become really, really great if you're passionate about what you do. Ambitious, to be ambitious is super important, because we just want all the time to grow, to learn new things. It comes down to curiosity as well, because if you're ambitious and curious, you always want to go new ways, want to do it a little bit better, a little bit in a new and innovative way. But the most important, maybe, the thing that makes or breaks it if we hire somebody, or if we like somebody, and if they can become what we call a Monday-tier, is if we just really, really like them. We would like to spend time with these people. So what we break down nice is to somebody that is in this job interview or in the business for the right reasons. So they get up out of bed in the morning to be with their colleagues, to make amazing projects, to not be selfish, but be sociable and be open-minded and helpful and caring to their colleagues. So if somebody's super swamped with a project, they come and they help these guys out, and we work it all out together. So these kind of people that are just, you can just in one word say generally really, really nice people. That's what we look for, and that's what makes and breaks if we hire somebody. Why is this so important? It's actually because we believe in an agency model where this is the old agency model. The account director, this is Andreas from the New York office, really evil. No, he's not really, but he looks kind of like this. He's the first to meet the client and sort out all the scoping and all the spreadsheets and all that stuff. And in the old agency world, he would pass on the brief to me, the creative director, and I would set a direction or something, and I would brief Sebastian, and Sebastian would do the design, art direction, and then he would pass it on to the developer. We don't really believe in this way of working anymore. We believe that it's super important that we carry the torch together, or the really, really huge and heavy pencil in this case, but that we do this together as a team. So we actually do bring developers in the first meetings to meet the client. They are at the kickoff. So they might be out for a couple of months or just on the sidelines of things, but they're in the concept development and creating the projects together with us. So everybody has a stake in the projects from early on. So what do we do to actually make employees love Monday? So how can we make them come to work every Monday morning? So we have this philosophy from the beginning to build a playground rather than a production factory. We all come from the partners. We have 5 partners, and we all come from a fairly big process-oriented design agencies, and that's totally fine to be. But what we encountered in these agencies was that it didn't really tickle our bell. I mean, it was a solid process. Everybody knew exactly what to do, and the project came out on budget and on time, and the client was always really happy. But it also came out kind of bland, like everything was grayish, and I mean, all the good ideas was killed along the process. So we wanted to turn that around, and can we build an agency where we only do stuff that we're really proud of all the time? It might limit us to we can't be 300 people or 3,000, and we can't be super rich or anything. But can we do this and then just believe in it and keep doing it? So we have these ingredients, we call it, for playground. So we are passionate about 2 things in our company. Most people are passionate about both things, but some are more passionate about one or the other. And that's great design, like really craftsman's oriented design, and then a creative use of technology. So it's when those 2 come together that we think our work is best. So that's what we want to drive the whole company. We always try to push borders with clients, even though we don't have to, even though they don't ask us to. We try to push it to get better work out there. Better work is usually more fun for us to do. It's more fun for the user to engage with, and the client gets more proud in the end. They just need a lot of nudging, a lot of what you call like pedagogic, like patience and all that stuff. So we apply that as well to help them understand why this is better for everybody, and that's why we need to have room to experiment with things. So even though we spend a lot of hours doing this that we don't get paid, we need to experiment, because experimentation is, as somebody said, also it's something you can't fail. Well, I guess you can fail if you have a deadline, you try to experiment. But on the other hand, if you don't try to experiment, you'll never do anything remarkable. The hardest part is actually not to take the easy route, because everybody is essentially, lazy, or likes to do stuff that they know they can do. And so we all need to be pushed out where it's not the easy route. And then something that's super essential to our company, that's not to think too much about money and time. And that's really hard, but that's the decision we've made. So, and that means we're not 300 people, and I don't have an Audi A8 or something and a big, huge house. But it doesn't matter. We're driven by something that's different, and we figured out if we can take money and time out of the equation of working with clients just for a little bit while we're working out the creative part, then we are not as limited in our ideas, and then we can be creative of how to make it happen with this small budget or whatever afterwards. So that's the playground ingredients. Clients. So which clients do we love? Most clients in the world look like this guy. It's like the classic marketing guy, the money man. Most of our clients actually look more like this guy. So it looks kind of like us, but with an Android shirt. That's, of course, reference to Google, which we work a lot with, and a lot of our clients are like Google. They are super passionate. They're geeky. They're truly geeky persons, not necessarily around what we're geeky about. It might be MoMA are geeky about art, and Lego are geeky about Legos, like seeing 50-year-old grown men playing with Legos in meetings is amazing. So these kind of geeks, that's really what we found out. We connect well with these geeks because we are passionate about what we can do, what we can help them with, and they are super passionate about what they do and what they bring to the world. So rather than the other guys that maybe just that just want to make money or something, we like to work with clients that have a passion for what they do. They might make money at the same time, that's fine, but so they're usually passionate, ambitious like ourselves, and then they acknowledge what we come with. So they didn't just pick one, like this agency that made the lowest quote. They picked us because they think together we can do something amazing. So speaking about that, this comes back to something that one of the other guys was talking about before. We found out that one of the most important reasons, or how you can succeed in this business, is by choosing the right projects for the right reasons. So a story could be, we got a call from Ralph Lauren a couple of years back. Whoa, Ralph Lauren, that would be amazing. We already had all the FWAs and all the awards and all the Cannes Lions in our heads about this amazing work we can do and whatever drives us. But at the end, it was a crap project. The client was really not very acknowledging they didn't care which agency did this. It was just like, we need somebody to do these, whatever, flash banners or something like that. So that would be an example of maybe it looks super shiny and it looks like it's gold, but maybe it's not the right project for you, even though it feels exciting when they first call. So when we first started to think about this, hey, maybe we are choosing the wrong projects, then we invented this we call Hello Monday currency. So it's really simple. We have 3 parameters: fun, fame, and fortune. The fun part, of course, being when you just hear about something initially, would it be interesting to do? Does it appeal to us? Is it something we say, we could do this and we could do this, and can we imagine ourselves having fun doing this project? The second part is the fame part. Can we be super proud of the work that we put out in the world? And it can be whatever project. It doesn't have to be some fancy, flashy experience, but can we be proud? Can we tell a good story about this that a newspaper would want to bring? Can we win an award from this? Can we get some kind of recognition for this work? It drives us, and we've acknowledged that. And then the third part is the fortune part. We need to pay bills and 3 offices and plane tickets, so we need somebody to pay the bills or need to earn some money. We started out with the agency. We only ran for the fun projects. We did record covers and posters and flyers and all that stuff that you don't really get money. Maybe you trade with a T-shirt or something like that. You can't really live off that in the long run. But I should say they, because I weren't a part of the agency in the very beginning. But they actually just ran for what they wanted to do, because they've been sitting in this big agency and seeing all their ideas die. All of a sudden they could get their ideas, they could execute their own ideas because they had the power to do that. Luckily, if you really put hours into it, if you don't care about budgets and time and what the time is, and you just put a lot of hours into it, then and put it into the world, and it's any good, then the fame will start to come, the recognition. We started submitting sites to Awwwards, and then the recognition getting from that led to new assignments. So we found out, okay, maybe we didn't get paid for this, or maybe we get some new clothes from a small fashion company, but we actually got some recognition that leads to a new client. So he might have a small bag of money. So it's by focusing on having fun translated into doing great work and quality work, then maybe we can get some new clients, get some more clients that actually have some money. So luckily, right now we have most of these projects. We have fun in almost, or in every project, I hope so at least, and get some recognition out of it. And most of them actually have a bag of money when they come to us. But we're always aiming for the perfect project that has this equal amount. Every project doesn't have to have the same amount, but around the year we try to see if we have projects that we can't do all philanthropic work, we can't do all money work. We try to have this balance, and all projects have to have some kind of all of these parameters in them. So love for the user. Which kind of user do we love? I guess this is the same for almost all of you guys. We want them to be curious. What's this new website coming out? We want them to be engaged, to use a lot of, spend some time with what we do, and we want them to be generous. So when they have a good experience, they share it with their friends, and they are generous with their time. They actually spend time on looking at the stuff that we do, or spending time with the brands that we work for. So why should these users love us? So this is and this is the last part until we're going to show some work. So bear over with me. But this is the what we call the work philosophy. It's why should people even care about the stuff that we do? We have this quote that might be maybe not in this world, but in some places where we talk about this is very controversial. Like we don't want it to feel like advertising. What is advertising? We're not put in the world to do advertising. If it feels like advertising, we're doing something wrong. It might be advertising, but it shouldn't feel like advertising. So we don't want to make it feel like a gimmick or an interruption, somebody is just tricking you out of your money or your email address or something like that. We want it to feel like a really cool service or a tool instead of just showing a lot of images or whatever. We want it to feel like build an enjoyable product, something you can actually enjoy use, and just if it's an experience, and that's totally fine, the brand experience, then it should be a really great experience that you can get something emotional out of. We call this, we call it like sentence, we call it joy of use. So we believe that actually even if you work for an insurance company or you work on a Lego game, you can make something enjoyable. You can have this joy of use, even though you're doing like a calculator for the insurance company. You can still make it fun and enjoyable. And of course, it's a lot easier on a Lego game maybe, but it can be put into everything. So we have 3 things that's important to that we put into our work. One we call tickle the brain. That's the creative use of technology. We want people to go, whoa, how did they do that? Like when I move the mouse this way, it pans, the sound pans or something like that. Like these might be small things, but this just like motivates curiosity throughout the site experience. We want to please the eye. So we are a lot of designers in our company and art directors, and we love well-crafted stuff. We think it's pleasing to everybody. It's like a gift that's nicely wrapped. It's a better gift than the same gift that's crappy wrapped in an old paper. So just that's what design can do. It can make us like take something carefully and unwrap it and enjoy it while it's there. We really believe in to make things distinct. So we hope we don't have like one distinct style. We like to dig into the brand and find out what can we do that we can make distinct and lovable and memorable for each of these brands. We really truly believe that you should just craft it like you mean it. Like you can see if people have crafted it with care, you can feel that through the screen. The last part is more on a branding note. It's the idea that if you find the passion in the clients and the brands, they always have some kind of passion for what they do, or hopefully, otherwise they are hopefully not working with an agency like us. So we find that passion and we bring that passion or the heart of the brand into the heart of the consumer. So connecting those two, what tickles the brain or the heart of the consumers that they can actually deliver on. So what we advise clients to do is be passionate and generous. So passionate, you need to show that you love people. You need to give them a reason to love you, and you need to be generous. So give them a reason to love you back. To give them something like do experiments or do something you can call small gifts, free stuff that you give them back. So this was a little bit about our agency and work philosophy. So now for what we call the love stories.